and welcome to the 30th episode of Nina and Knitting. My name's Nina, and I live in Jyväskylä in central Finland with my husband, our two kids, and a dog. And yeah, this is episode number 30 of the podcast where I showcase some of my knitting. Every once in a while, a little bit of crochet and then some yarn stuff. Anything related to knitting or crochet, maybe. Yeah, welcome and welcome to all new viewers. I hope you will enjoy whatever I can come up with today. And for you who've been here before, welcome back. It's really nice that that the same people come back and see what weird things I have to show you. Well, not weird things, but talking about weird. Where I am at the moment, as you can see, I have some forest behind me. There is sort of a field on my left, and it was not easy, you guys. The lighting may not be best for you, but this is the best for me. So the sun is over there. It's about 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm on my way to work, but I stopped to record an episode and hopefully get this edited and uploaded onto YouTube this evening or tomorrow. And this is a place where people often come to walk their dogs, so there may be some distractions. But I hope that they have gone to their morning walks before now, and their daily walk they'll do a little bit later. Maybe I'll be able to do this at one go. So today is Friday, March 16th, and as you can see, it's a nice and clear, beautiful sunny day. Kind of cold, minus 14 degrees Celsius or so that is just a little more than +5 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, we'll see how long I can sit still and get this done with. This time I have some finished objects, but quite a few impulse cast-ons, let's say. Am I suffering from castinitis? I don't know, maybe not yet. But yeah, that's something I'll show you. I thought I would not have any stash enhancement, but oops. Well, I had some lovely mail, expected but unexpected. I didn't know when it was going to arrive. I'm gonna show that to you, and then, well, I went to a knit night, and I'll talk about the cow I'm hosting. Hence, I have some stash enhancement. And at the very end of the episode, I'll have some general chatter. Yeah, that's it. All right, my first finished object is something that you saw as a whip. Last time it was almost finished, but now it's done. So they are these. There's the other one. The last stage of Sukka Finlandia sock knitting competition. There's dog hair all over it. This pattern is called Onnenmaa by Merja Ojanperä. The main color, this pink here, is Novitanalle, and then this stripe here is Handu Paksukkis. They're both 75% wool, 25% nylon, I think. Novita is the nalle is, I'm not 100% sure on the Paksukkis, but I do think it's just wool and nylon, or polyamide, whatever, whichever. I use 3.5 millimeter DPNs when I knit these. They're US size 4, and yeah, it's a nice pattern. As you can see, there's some lace from the very beginning onwards, and then there's just the regular heel flap and gusset kind of thing. Just the this is the Dutch heel, I think. Yeah, the box heel or whatever. And then yeah, pretty standard, just plain stockinette on the sole of the foot, and then the lace continues on the top of the foot. The only thing that was sort of out of the ordinary was some of the toe. So it's a wedge toe, and from the sole it is just a normal wedge toe with decreases here on the sides. But on top of the foot, the decreases are actually here in the middle. And then lastly, the last little, I don't know, little quirk was that you did the Kitchener sideways, so that this sort of this queue of 2 stitches going up will more or less continue seamlessly, but well, you can totally see the seam in there. Yeah, these are a little big for me and a little loose. I'll keep them for future purpose, so it'll be a gift for somebody. So that's the first one, and I was only missing the toes last time, and I finished them on the same day that I recorded last time. Then the other finished object, which was pretty far off last time, is the shawl I was knitting for my sister. And let's see if I can have it. Yeah, this is the right way around. I can't see anything on the screen, but yeah, it is just beautiful. The pattern is called Reina. The designer is Nora Laivola. Yeah. And the yarn I used here is Manos del Uruguay Fino in colorway silver tea set. And I don't know if I can get it to really show on camera. It's a light fingering weight yarn, 400 and about 450 meters in 100 grams. It's a single ply, and it's got this a little bit of like fur in it. It's not furry, but almost. This is 70% merino, 30% silk. I have it written somewhere, but can't find it now. And I knit this on my 4.0 millimeter, so that's US size 6 Chaogu needles, which I love, and I talked about it last time. The marker here is where I was last, and I continued this a little bit more than in the pattern, and I actually still have some more of this yarn left. But this is about, I just measured, it was 145 centimeters wide, and the depth was around 50 or something, maybe 45 centimeters. It's in my Ravelry project page because I just wrote it there. But yeah, so like I said, it's for my sister, and she didn't want anything big. So she didn't want a big shawl. She didn't want anything with a lot of texture or a lot of fabric. So this is really what she ordered. The mesh here, it looks really nice, and I like these garter sections because they really showcase the different tones of the gray. Really, really beautiful yarn, and oh, it's so very soft and light. When I was wetting and blocking this, and when I had wet it, and I just sort of tried to get some of the water out. It felt as if I was squeezing a cotton ball or something. Really, really funny feeling. But yeah, this is beautiful, and now I can give it to her. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just send it to her because you know, even though it's pretty cold in here, and actually in the southern parts of Finland where she lives, the weather is kind of cold right now, but they do get warmer weather faster than we do. And besides, she's the kind of person that doesn't really get cold. She doesn't wear socks in the summer at all, whereas I tend to put my hand knit socks whenever because I get cold. So this is the time of the year when she might use this shawl. Um, so did I write anything else about it? No. Really, really nice. And this is a free pattern on Ravelry, so if you haven't tried it, you should. It's very straightforward and very pretty. Yeah, that's my second FO. And then I have a third one. This is something you haven't seen before. This is a mystery beanie. So this is a mystery knit along on a Ravelry group. The designer is Deborah Tomasello, and this is her. She hosts this cow in her own Ravelry group. So the ribbing is hasn't corrugated or something. Yeah, it has a name. But let's start with the yarn. This green yarn is Lanitum Ex Machina 50/50 extra fine merino baby alpaca. The red, you can see, maybe you can, I can't see anything on the screen. The red here is Stranded Dye Works Paradise MCN, and the colorway is called Poppy. It's something that she doesn't dye anymore. And then the yellow is Rouvasilmo Solmu Merinosukkis, which is the merino sock yarn. They're all fingering weight, more or less. And I used my 3.0 millimeter, which is US size 4 DPNs when I knit this beanie, and oh my goodness, knitting knitting a hat on DPNs is just not nice. I'm just gonna show you this in my hair. My hair is so lovely, but yeah, just gonna show how it looks. So it's not slouchy. You could have knit it longer if you wanted to. But yeah, it's loose, but not slouchy. Oh, this way around, I can see better. Yeah, it's pretty. This green yarn, oh, I'm gonna put my own beanie back on because my hair is a mess. Yes. This green yarn, maybe you can see it on the screen, has a really, really sort of tight twist. It's very, very drapey. Feels sort of heavy. If you can see, it just drapes like this. And I'm not sure if it's the best kind of yarn for this beanie, but I like the colors because it's very like different tones. There are spots where it's more yellow, and yeah, very, very fun. But I don't know what sort of project would be ideal for this this kind of yarn. I don't know, maybe a shawl that you really want to have a good drape on or something. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, this is a was a fun knit. It was in 3 clues because it's a mystery beanie. The first clue was this ribbing, then there was this sort of body section of the beanie, and then the decreases and this little thing here. And I'll show you. I'm doing, or I have continued with the mystery mitts that go together with these hats. The hat will go into my box of something gifts. But yeah, it's fun. And I took a picture of my dog wearing it because I was trying to get some photos for the from a project page, and it's not easy to take photos of yourself with this face, yeah. But yeah, no, I just mean that with the sort of photos where you can see the beanie, but where you don't have any shadows of you holding the cell phone up between yourself and the sun. And then I wanted to have something to show where you could see the back of the beanie. So yeah, it was difficult. But then I just, for the fun of it, I took some photos of my dog wearing the hat, and I can insert the photos in here just so that you can see them. Right. So then there's the whip that is almost done, but I would decided to do something extra, and so that's why it's not finished yet. It's a sweater for my daughter, and I'm just gonna show you the back, so it's just, ooh, oh my god. So yeah, this is the back side of it, and this yarn, or okay, let's start with the pattern. The pattern is called Borrower, and the designer is Melissa Shawl or something. I'll put it on the screen. And the yarn is Dolegon Falk, and in this sort of orange color. And yeah, it looks finished. I knit it in 5 days. But the reason why it's not finished is I talked about this last winter that I wanted to double stitch some pictures on my daughter's sweater, the one that didn't get finished last year. But yeah, so I have done one. Now I'm just trying to get it on camera. Yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah. So my daughter is a big fan of the Paw Patrol, and this is one of those um, puppies from the Paw Patrol. He's called Chase, and I just used a lot of different leftovers to do the double stitching on this. So he's finished, but Zuma isn't. This will be Zuma. And then she was saying, "Ah, mommy, can there be something on the back?" So she'll have an even bigger uh, picture here on the back, probably. But yeah, so I mean, the pattern itself really nice, really I think easy to follow. I really like this uh, garter stitch panel here in the front. And it's got pockets, and the pockets are nice, I think. I think the color is terrible if it is what you can see. or if you can see what I can see on the screen at the moment, it's really washed out. But yeah, so it's got pockets, which is nice, and this garter panel here in the front, and it has no ribbings. It's just some garter in the cuffs and in the hem. So very easy to knit. Um, it's a paid for, yeah, it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I'll link it to in the show notes, which, by the way, you can find in my Ravelry group, which is called Nina and Knitting Podcast. And I'll put a link to the episode thread here in the description box. In the description box here on YouTube, or you can search it on Ravelry from the groups tab. Just type Nina and Knitting Podcast. Yeah, but this is an almost finished object. Haven't blocked it because I'll need to finish the pups first. But it's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be really nice. I was at a knit night and was talking about this, and I had a picture of this, and I was showing it to the ladies at the knit night, and they say that, oh yeah, you'll will it fit her next year? No, it will not. So it's a lot of work, and she will not be wearing it for a long period of time, but luckily she has cousins. So this will move to another home after it gets too small for her. That's my first work in progress. And yeah, the yarns I used for the double stitching are just some scraps. Then there's a second work in progress. Let's see which one I can get a hold of first, because I put them both in this Anita Yarns project bag that I bought a long time ago. Okay, so these are the mitts, or just the cuffs. So let me turn the page because info is on the other page. So these are some mystery mitts that go together with the hat, and I've just knit the cuffs. They're the same kind of rib than as the beanie has. I knit these with my DPNs, as you can see. But now that I'm done with this, I'll be switching it to magic loop. Oh crap! Oh, sorry, pulling some stitches out or needles out of the stitches. But yeah, the same yarns, the same size needles, which is 3.0 mil, and this is the Lanitium Ex Machina yarn. Can you see? I think you can, maybe. Yeah. But I'm not doing this yet because I need a set of needles for the magic loop, and it's on my other project. So my third work in progress is knit out of Ikke yarn. Very difficult to see on the screen. Yeah, Ikke. Basic sock, which is 75% wool, 25% nylon, and 420 meters in 100 grams. And this colorway is called Saint Urho. And it is just amazing. It's really washed out, I think, on the screen, but too dark in here. It's got this neon green and then some wonderful, wonderful purple. And I'm gonna try and get some good photos of the finished object when it's finished. So maybe you'll see something better next time. But this is the yarn. And this is the project where I have those circulars that I'm gonna need for the mix too. Oh, look at this. It's so wild. So this, let's see, this pattern is called Gugstad hat. I think that's how it's said, Gugstad. And it's by Julie Dubreux. Uh, I know you really can't see the pattern. Actually, here in in the sun, you can see the patterning or the cable pattern, which is in the front of the beanie. But I know, yeah, it's very lively or busy. The color is very busy. Although, look at this beautiful, beautiful purple stripe going here. It's pooling. Yeah, I know. Isn't it just fun? And there's another one in here. Yeah. So, uh, this is for a friend of mine. She doesn't know it, but yeah, I'm knitting a beanie for a friend of mine, and I thought she could rock this hat. I thought she could rock a hat of this color. Outrageous, really, really fun. I was knitting this with the DPNs 3.0 millimeters, so that's US size 4, and I was hating every moment of it. And actually, you can see here in the back, if you can see it, this is where I had where I was changing from one needle to another, and yeah, it really shows. I will not show as much after blocking, but now that I've changed to circulars and to magic loop, it is totally different. It's a lot nicer, this part. But yeah, it's a hat. It doesn't matter, but it's a lot more enjoyable to knit with the DPNs. And I had to buy some new tips. These are my Knit Pro Symphony tips. It's a interchangeable set. Yeah, it's on a 1 meter cable in here, and I didn't have a 3.0 mil tip, and I didn't have proper 3.0 millimeter circulars at home, so I had to go to the midnight and buy some, and then I bought something else, but I'm gonna show that to you a little later. And actually, this rib was knit with 3.0 millimeter needles, so that's US size 2.5. And I have a fixed set, also Knit Picks Symphony, and I used tubular cast on in here. Don't know if you can see it, just because I know that you can see the brim of it, of the hat. I thought this would look nicer with the tubular cast on. But yeah, I broke my needle when I was doing the rib. The cable just came off. The cord just came off, and you know they're like 18 months old or something. The needles, so I just went and bought a new pair of 3.0 mil needles. But and actually the salesperson was asking me, okay, you know, there's a warranty or something, but I was just too eager to get the new needle that I didn't really stop and think and ask if really it covers something that happened 18 months after purchase. Maybe I'll have to, contact somebody and ask if I really can get a new set of needles, because just this is the interchangeable, but that the the cord was came off the tip from there. Anyway, this will be really, really fun when I get it done. Is there anything else? So yeah, the pattern is free on Ravelry, so you can. I'll link it in the show notes. Yeah, those are all my works in progress, and now I'm getting my mic wire and my yarns tangled. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna change to the page. Yes, the cowl, the knit-along. I mentioned last time that I was thinking about hosting a knit-along, and now I have decided on the specifics of the cowl. So it can be cowl with a K or cowl with a C, whichever you wanna do, whichever kind of project you find that you wanna make. This is just impossible. Yeah. Just leave it. Yeah. So the cowl. It will be for tops, shirts, t-shirts. If somebody wants to knit a sweater, fine, make a sweater. It will start on the 1st of April, on All Fool's Day, April Fool's Day, and it will end at the end of May, which is May the 31st. And it can be any kind of top, a t-shirt, a sleeveless top, a sweater. It can be for a baby or an adult or anything in between. You can knit it or you can crochet it. You can double dip if you want, and why not? Why wouldn't you if you can? So those are the rules. Uh, I couldn't think of any nice and catchy hashtag for it, and I'm not on Instagram, so if you want to hashtag something, use a hashtag on Instagram, feel free, but I won't see any of them. But yeah, you could have a hashtag like top cow. Sorry, very innovative. so, top cow to 2018 or something on Ravelry, and I'll use that for my project, which is I'm gonna show you the pattern, although I really do not know how you can see it because of the conditions here, but I'll read it to you. It's called Lovely Lace Yoke T-shirt. A very nice and catchy name that is, but the shirt is really pretty. Let's see if I can show it on camera. And I will leave a link to it in the show notes. But yeah, it's got a lace yoke, and that's where you start, and then you knit top down. Haven't read it at all. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and as you can perhaps read if you can see it, the designer is Vera Fanon. It's made for Cascade yarns, but I don't have Cascade yarns for it. I bought something else. Which brings me to the stash enhancements part, which is not long, but I'll just show you what yarn I bought for that top. Oh, I just hope that this will, the camera will pick up this color. Let's see. No, not there. And it's washed out over here. Whichever. This is Järbugarn Tropique. It's 50% bamboo, 25% cotton, 25% acrylic yarn, and it's got 123 meters in 50 grams, so it's 246 meters in 100 grams. DK is it? Sports DK or something. But yeah, it's very, very nice and shiny. The colorway is number 55025, and it's this sort of, it's not light blue. Is it aqua? Is this what you would call aqua? So it's not a turquoise or it's not light blue, it's something in between. I just love it. And because of the bamboo, it's very, very drapey, and it's it's got a very nice shine to it too. Love this yarn. Love this color. So this is what I bought from the Knit Night last Wednesday. It was at one of our local yarn stores called Neolosi. I've mentioned it before, and it's a wonderful, wonderful store, and the store owner is just great, and their knit nights are hilarious. Very fun people in there. Yeah, this is what I have for. I bought several skeins or balls or whatever this is called. But I will start it on April the 1st. Oh yeah, forgot to mention whips will not be allowed in the cow. So, but if you cast on the 1st of April or after, it's fine. I'm probably going to do a swatch before that, but I will cast on the project on the 1st of April or after. We'll see what happens. This was supposed to be the only stash enhancement I had, but like I mentioned, I got some happy mail. So it was on Wednesday. I got back from work and I was getting ready to clear the table, the dining room table, to get something to eat. And what did I find? Oh, a package. I mentioned this before, maybe, that I did a swatch with Amy, who's Amy Florence on Ravelry. She has her Stranded podcast and Stranded Dyeworks, one woman dyeing studio. And her swap package arrived. I sent her some yarn and now she sent me some back. Yay! So, Stranded Dyeworks Plateau. This is my first sock plank. I haven't had any before. It's a normal sock yarn, so it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight yarn, 425 meters in 100 grams. And yeah, it's a sock plank, so you start knitting from the plank. It's got all these I don't know, earthy colors. I haven't even opened it, but you can see some of the purple here. Oh, this will be really fun. Yeah, for me, just great. And I love these like browns and yellows and here in the beginning. This is just paint box. Unrepeatable, I think, colorway. And then there was another skein of yarn, yay! And this was a skein of yarn. So it's it's her Oasis fingering weight. So this is sock yarn. I hate it. I can't see anything on the screen, and I think it's really washed out. The colorway is called Sister. It's sort of these pinks and I'd say black even speckles. Looks really, really nice. And some of it is brighter, and then some of them are like baby pink or something. These will probably be some matchy socks for me and my little daughter when I get round to it. Very, very nice. Thank you, Amy. Yeah. So that's the happy mail. Was there anything else that I had to remember to tell? No, I don't think so. Perhaps not. Yes. Okay, then some general chatter. All right. Um, the week after my last podcast was the kids' winter vacation, like I mentioned. It was really cold. It was like minus 25 degrees Celsius, and that's minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. So there were no outdoorsy activities for the kids because we just didn't have the heart to say, oh, no, go out. You can put on some clothes. So it was more or less doing stuff indoors. Of course, that didn't apply to me. I did go to walk the dog. He has to go out 3 times a day at least. So yeah, I went to walk him 3 times a day, but I can't say that it was uh, an enjoyment. Yeah, but it was still vacation, no schedule and nice and relaxing kind of thing. The week after that, I actually didn't have classes other than on Monday, but I had exams for the students, so the rest of the week was just I had planned or I had hoped that I could do some knitting and maybe relax a little, but no. Yeah, the exams and the assignments I'd given them it took me all week to check and grade. So, but of course, I could do that without a schedule, so that was nice. But yeah, it was work all week. Uh, and this Monday, we started new courses, some new students, and some of the old ones that have come back have continued with their French classes. So that was fun. The weather's been kind of wacky this week. It's been like really cold, and some of the days it's been snowing quite a bit, and then there's been some above freezing temperatures. So, like yesterday, we had puddles because the snow was starting to melt on the streets, of course. And then this morning it was minus 15 or something, so that was like +5 or something in Fahrenheit. So it's been kind of crazy. Um, and the weather or the winter is not going to end there anytime soon. We're in central Finland, so it'll be somewhere maybe towards the end of April or something when we can say that yeah, this is spring. But yeah, it's nice and pretty, and you can go skiing if you like it, if you have time. Yeah, uh, I'm losing light because I'm sitting under a fir tree, and I wanted to put my camera here so that I could see something, but now the sun is changing direction, so it's becoming more and more shaded in here. Yeah, this weekend, this Sunday, I'll be working in a dog show again. It's the first time this year, I think. Yeah, it's in a manege, and it's really cold because they're not heated up, so there's no wind, but the temperature is the same as outdoors. And of course, the floor, because there's no floor, it's just dirt. Um, it's really cold. So I'll have to try and find as much knitwear as I can, and and to keep me warm because I'm a secretary at the dog show, so I'll be writing the critiques that the judge gives on the dogs. So I'll be sitting there trying to write it down. Yeah. And other than that, I've been catching up with the podcasts I've been watching. I've actually watched everything that I am following at the moment, and I'm trying to find some new French-speaking podcasts because there are a few that I was watching that have just stopped doing episodes. I know it happens, life, and all that. But I've been trying to find some new ones in French. So if you have any tips for me, leave a comment down below or in the episode thread. Um, I've been trying to watch, or I was trying to watch Canadian French Canadian podcast, and oh, I'm not used to the accent, so it takes me a little while to understand. And yes, they do speak really fast. And besides, the one that I was watching had two hosts, and they were sort of chatting to each other, and yeah, so wasn't very clear what they were saying all the time. So yeah, I'm trying to find something that will be a little easier for me to understand and to follow, but still will be a very good listening exercise. And of course, the topic will be something that I like. And the beauty of YouTube and the beauty of the variety of podcasts that we have is that there are so many, and there are so many different types of podcasts. That there is something for everybody. It's just sometimes quite a task to try and find the one that speaks to you the most, I think. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about, mention the podcasts next time if I remember and if I think it'll be interesting to you at all. I've stopped watching vlogs because um, I don't like too long episodes. I don't um, the ones that are like 2 hours long. Usually, either they're long-winded for me, or some of them are too professional, let's say. So not my cup of tea at the moment. Though something that I want to watch right now. Yeah, I'm getting really cold and I gotta get to work. So so please do leave me a comment down below in the comments or in the episode thread, which you can find in the description box here on YouTube. I'm really grateful to all those who have commented on my previous episodes. It's always fun to read them, and it's always fun to notice that there are same people who comment. So very very nice to start feeling like, yeah, I have some online friends here in the knitting community. I could do a questions and answers section in the podcast if that would be something that you'd be interested in, but I don't get too many questions in the Got a Question thread in the Ravel group. So if you want to ask me something, head on to the episode to the questions thread and ask me something. Yeah, I'm gonna start going to work now. Um, I'll be podcasting in a few weeks' time. And until we meet again, I hope you have a really nice time. I hope you can enjoy the weather, whatever it is. And see you. Take care. Bye.